Hey everyone, welcome back to another video with me, Chelsea, the Spiritual Sagittarius. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today's video is going to be all about love and relationships. So we're going to cover, what's going on in your love life, whether you're single, whether you're coupled, or anything in between. This is just going to be messages from Spirit about, what you need to know or whatever's going on. So we've got 3 piles for you to choose from. The first pile here has a piece of amethyst, if you like to choose with the crystal. So we have amethyst for pile 1, pyrite for pile 2, fool's gold, and then for pile 3 we have clear quartz. So you can choose with the crystals or you can choose with the cards, whatever image you're most drawn to. And that will be your message. So if you need more time to pick, just pause the video here and I'll have timestamps listed down below, and I'll meet you guys at your reading in just a moment. All right, guys, if you chose pile number 1, then this is your reading. So let's break down the messages. So for the first message, we have the 4 of Wands with the ring. So the 4 of Wands is generally about commitment and sometimes about marriage, sometimes about contracts, things like that. It's usually a commitment. It's stability. It's a good foundation. 4s are all about foundation. And the ring is about commitment and contracts. So these together definitely indicates to me that there is a foundation for a relationship here. And for some of you, you may be engaged or you were engaged, or possibly some of you are not wanting to get engaged because we have the 4 of Wands reversed. So to me, that looks like there's a bit of a crack in the foundation. Somebody doesn't want to get too serious. Maybe they just want to play, because this card, they're swinging on the swings, which is a very playful energy. So with it being reversed, I feel like for some of you, somebody would rather just play rather than get committed, rather than enter a real commitment with you. They are attracted to you and, they want to be with you physically. I can see that for sure. But when it comes to committing long term, I feel like maybe they're unsure. Something may have happened that put a crack in the foundation of this connection. For some of you, somebody isn't playing around. I feel like one person doesn't want a commitment, but for some of you, you do. You want this commitment, this ring, and you want this 4 of Wands to be upright, but it is reversed because somebody's just playing. And this is also indicating that somebody is not wanting to play. They're not playing. They want serious. So take that however it applies to you. But somebody, I feel, let their pride get in the way, because you guys have this card here, which says, I let my pride get in the way of my love for you and acted like it was nothing, but really my heart was breaking and I did nothing to stop it. So something happened and you or your person acted like it was nothing, but on the inside their heart was breaking about it, but they did nothing to stop it. So somebody was too prideful maybe to admit something or to deal with something, and they ignored it. They acted like it was nothing, but really they were upset about it. So I feel like something may have occurred that caused this to happen, because next to it you guys have the Knight of Swords with the fish. And I'll show you the Knight of Swords. What's happening on this card is, somebody's BDSM here, which is kind of like, a secret fetish maybe, but there's these people that are walking in on it. So they've walked in on this scene and it's kind of shocking. It's a little bit disturbing even. They're not sure what to make of it. They don't really understand it. So I feel like somebody, somebody revealed something to somebody and they didn't really understand it, or it was shocking. It could have even been painful. Somebody may have revealed like a harsh truth to somebody and it was painful. Somebody felt the sting of pain here. And then we have the fish, which indicates abundance and excess, having a lot of something. So somebody may have a lot of pain in this connection, and they may even they may use drugs or alcohol in excess to numb their pain, because there's also like with the BDSM situation, it's like pain for pleasure, right? So I'm associating pain with pleasure. So somebody could be using alcohol or drugs in excess because it takes away the pain and it feels pleasurable. So there's that. Somebody may also have issues when it comes to spending money, perhaps. They may have revealed something about their expenses or their finances, and that was kind of shocking. So just take that however it's kind of applying to you. But there's definitely something painful that happens. Somebody could have excess pain. They may be in a lot of pain, emotional, physical, mental, about, something. So that may have been revealed. There could have been a conversation, but the Knight of Swords to me would indicate blunt truth, harsh truth, pain, no beating around the bush, basically. Beneath that, you guys have, dear beloved, how are we to know that this tiny spark between us would rapidly grow and spread like wildflowers? We're inseparable. So with the fish there, and it's saying we're inseparable, I feel like you guys spend a lot of time together and you're growing closer. I feel like this is probably a new connection, not, not much history, like it's not that old. And you guys are, the spark is growing between you, but something looks like it's happened that has affected, the stability and the flow of things with the fish there. So I feel like it kind of maybe with the fish in the water, and now we have the spark, I feel like it put a damper on it, whatever happened. And, whatever truth came to light, it affected, the connection. And then beside it, you guys have Page of Pentacles and the cross here. So in this deck, the Page of Pentacles, he is pouring the wine on her. He's kind of spilling it all over her. It's a little bit too much. And then we have the cross, which is also sometimes about something being too much. And then that with the fish too, like something is too much, something's in excess. And because of we have the wine here, I feel like somebody could be dealing with drinking or alcohol. And it's a little bit sloppy maybe, and it's a burden because we have the cross here, which can be a burden. I also feel like maybe the need to have something done in moderation, whether that is alcohol or drugs, but it could also apply to the connection, like not spending too much time together because then it becomes burdensome and there becomes tension and things like that. But then you also have this card down here, which says, I'm in love with the way you romance me. You make me feel so sexy. My blood boils when you're inside of me. I want to melt away into your fantasy. So there's a lot of sexual, energy between you, and that could even be burdensome. It could be that there's a lot of built up sexual tension, and it's getting a little out of hand. So I feel like the connection has a lot of like sexual energy and a lot of love in it, and there is commitment here, but somebody is maybe acting like they don't want commitment, or they're not ready for commitment, or something happened and they hid it and it came to light and it affected the foundation of the connection. But they're they really enjoy spending time with you, being enraptured with you, all of that, but there's like a burden, right? So then you guys have romance, Cupid's arrow strikes, and a sexual union. So to me, that kind of goes in with this card here in the cross. It's kind of indicating that, you guys really have been hit by Cupid's arrow. You're really into each other. Some of you are already committed, but it's connecting with the sexual energy, making sure it's done in moderation, making sure there's enough of it, making sure there's not too much of it, meeting each other's needs, that kind of thing. So there's a need to get perspective, because we have perspective here, which says, what does a hawk see when it flies over your house? What will your current problems, conflicts, complaints look like when you're 80 years old and you gaze back of the timeline of your life? In this moment, you're being given the gift of clear perspective, knowing everything is probably going to be okay. Think large enough and the big issues become small. Become an 80-year-old hawk and you're really onto something. So I feel like whatever's happened here, whatever's taken place in this connection, whatever challenge was faced, whatever, revelations came to light, it's given somebody a perspective on the connection. So people are seeing things, from like an aerial view, seeing it from a larger view, looking at the bigger picture rather than the small, details, thinking like, well, what do I need to do long term to get this Four of Wands upright with the ring, right? So I feel like people are considering that. They're considering, you know, what's happened. They're considering where this is going. And they're feeling a little bit burdened by the energy because it's a little bit overwhelming, it looks like. So maybe people need to step back and, you know, get some perspective about things. But there's a lot of love and chemistry here. So I feel like the connection is going to move forward, but people need to really think about, you know, the bigger picture. Like, what do you need to do to make this a long-term thing, if that's what you're looking for? And if you're not looking for that, then, you know, being honest about what you're looking for. Because some of you might be dealing with somebody who isn't looking for a commitment, but they are sexually attracted to you, but that's maybe all they want. So there could be a need to have a clear conversation about, you know, who wants what and what this is going to be. So just take that however it resonates for you. But those are your messages if you chose pile number 1. So hopefully they resonated, and I'll see you guys in another video. Take care. Alright guys, if you chose pile number 2, then this is your reading, and these are your messages. So let's get into it. So initially what I'm seeing for you guys is that you're most likely in a separation from your person, because we have the 6 of Wands reversed with the stars. And in this deck, the 6 of Wands is all about getting closer. You can see he's grabbing her cute little butt and they're getting close, you know, they're getting frisky. But with the stars here and the 6 of Wands reversed, stars to me indicate a distance. They're far away. We can't reach them, as he's reaching out for her like this, right? So I feel like you are unable to reach out and touch the person that you're thinking about. They're at a distance from you. Could be long distance, could be online. It could just be that you're separated, not talking. And you're feeling a little bit hopeless about it. It looks like you're not sure if it's going to work out. You're not sure if it's going to be successful. You're kind of hoping that it will be, but because you're at a distance, I feel like you're concerned about it. And then you guys have down here, your bond is about to deepen on a level where you both feel the same heartbeat. This is a strong soul connection where two souls become one. So I feel like you're going to come together with this person, and the connection will deepen. It will get to the next level because it is a strong soul connection. But right now, you guys have to be apart from each other for whatever reason. But the bond is still there. You both still feel it. You're both still wanting to have this come true, basically, like wishing on a star that this is going to be successful, that you'll be victorious and be with this person. You're both feeling that. And then in the middle here, we have the Garden with the 6 of Cups in reverse. The Garden to me would indicate, you know, public places. And the 6 of Cups to me is somebody reminiscing. You can see she's looking at this picture, this portrait. She may have even drawn it herself, it looks like. So I feel like somebody, you or your person or both of you, are reminiscing on the past, the places you've been together, the things you did. You're both thinking about the past. It's like you're stuck on it. You can't really escape it. It's in your mind, imagining and thinking about, you know, this person. You may have even seen them in public. You may have encountered them in public, and it made you think about the past, you know, and maybe we're looking at their photos or things like that, or thinking about, maybe you have photos of you and them, you know, from the past of you guys doing things together. But whatever the case may be, people are thinking about the past. And then we have this card here which says, my insatiable appetite for every part of you consumes my very need to rip your clothes off and take what is mine and devour you completely. So both of you want to be with each other. The appetite for each other is there. You're both desiring each other and thinking about past, maybe even past sexual energy that you've shared. And there's a need to claim, you know, it's like somebody, or you or them or both of you, feel like you're mine, like I belong to you. And that's why you're thinking about the past and all of that. But there's a lot of sexual energy from the past. And then over here we have the Anchor with the Strength card. So the Strength card is all about restraint and taming, your desires, that beast inside of you. And the Anchor is something that's dragging you down. So, or holding, down. It's a foundation, it's stability. So some of you are really focused on your stability, your foundation, your money, your career. And this is why you're restraining yourself from reaching out to this person from the past. This is why you're at a distance from them, because you have other things that are dragging you down, other things that you're responsible for, other things that you have to take care of. So you have to be strong. So I feel like you're restraining yourself from reaching out to this person. You don't want to reach out just yet because you feel like you have other things that you need to do, and maybe you even feel like you might drag them down. Maybe you feel like you're not good enough, or you're just gonna cause problems or something like that, because the Anchor could indicate some issues, some like a storm. It's kind of like you're weathering the storm, anchoring down and kind of trying to just maintain through it. So I feel like some of you are worried that you might bring someone into your storm, so you're restraining yourself and focusing on your responsibilities. And then we have this card here, which says, I'm seduced by your energy. I'm addicted to your vibes. I feel a strong magnetic pull toward you. Our chemistry, I can't deny. So there's a lot of chemistry between you and your person. And both of you want to deepen this bond because you, like it says here, have an insatiable appetite for each other. But there's other things in the way. It looks like there's a block with that Anchor there. And then you guys have surrender here, which says, at times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. And then you also have, it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. That's this card right here. So, Spirit is trying to tell you that it's time, you're doing the right thing here with the Strength and the Anchor. You're doing the right thing by restraining yourself and focusing on your responsibilities, because, if you don't feel ready to give to this person or give to this connection, then absolutely don't pursue it. Focus on yourself, focus on your healing. It looks like you have something to let go of. That could be an ex, that could be, trauma, that could be shadow work, things that you need to work through before you can allow this new energy to come in, before this person can get closer to you, before you can bridge the gap, and come together and have more memories moving forward in the future, be publicly together, be open with each other, and all of that. You're going to need to really focus on yourself first, because you guys have this card here, which also says giving. It says, I welcome the idea of give and take in my relationships, and I eagerly practice the give part. By giving freely, I discover just how fun giving really is. Giving my time, care, and attention to someone else actually gives me good feelings, which makes me want to give more. Wait a sec, does this selflessness make me look selfish? So there's something about being selfless and giving back to the connection. So, giving this person your time, your energy, your attention will make you feel good. So maybe right now it's time to just focus on giving your time and your care and attention to people that give back to you. Don't give your time and attention to people that aren't giving you anything, and make sure you give to yourself as well, so that you're in a good place when you are ready to, bring something to this person. So I feel like you guys will come back together if you're separated. I feel like most of you probably are separated if you chose this pile. So I feel like there probably is going to be a connection in the future. But right now people are focusing on, surrendering the old in order to have the new, and focusing on themselves. Because it says it's time to give to yourself. And then we have giving here. So maybe you give a lot to other people. Maybe that's kind of your thing. You feel good when you give to other people. But now it might be important to give to yourself, because that's what's going to make you ready for this connection when it comes around, because you're both feeling the energy. The energy's still there between you, the chemistry. Neither of you can deny it, even though you're in separation dealing with other things. So yeah, just focus on yourselves right now, guys, and then things will just naturally work themselves out. You know, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and it'll happen. So don't stress and just take care of yourselves. All right, guys, so hopefully those messages resonated. I'm going to move on to pile number 3. Take care. All right, guys, so if you chose pile number 3, then these are your messages. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first cards here, we have the 10 of Cups reversed with the journal. And then we also have this card here, which says, I cannot stress enough how much, how badly, and how desperately I want you to fuck me. So I feel like somebody may have revealed to you that they are very interested, sexually especially, and it may even be coming across as a little bit desperate. Somebody that really wants to, you know, get with you. And they're kind of an open book about it. They're not really hiding this. And it's also, I feel, common knowledge between you and this person that this is not going to be a 10 of Cups situation. It's not going to be emotionally fulfilling. It's more casual. I feel more playful rather than serious, because that 10 of Cups is reversed. So I feel like some of you also are trying to find emotional fulfillment, but you're not really looking for a hookup. So you're not really pursuing this. I don't feel like you're pursuing it, because it looks to me like you're more concerned about yourself and what's going on with you. Because you guys have the Queen of Cups here and then the Rider. And the Rider is number 1. So to me, this is somebody that's very independent and single. So I feel like most of you that chose this pile are probably single. There could be a connection from the past that you're holding on to, but I feel like right now you're probably single, focused on yourself. Somebody may message you, somebody may deliver some news to you or travel toward you, or they want to travel toward you to have this with you and embrace. But I feel like you are embracing your independence. You are happy by yourself. You're happy alone. You don't necessarily need anybody. And then you have this card down here, which says, holding on to someone you can't have yet is painful. It's forbidden from the divine. It's tempting you to break the rules. Will you stand the test of time, give in to your desires and lust, or be seduced by the challenge of absence? So I feel like there is a person from the past maybe that you're holding on to because you can't have them yet, but you still hold on to their energy. So you're feeling like it's a matter of time before you're going to be with them, or before you're going to be with them again, but you're holding on to someone else. So I feel like you guys have somebody that you're interested in that you're not with, and then there's someone else that's trying to facilitate something, but you're not really feeling it. You're more focused on yourself, and they're actually coming across as a little bit desperate, and it's pushing you away. Because I feel like you guys are very wise. You have the owls here with the Knight of Wands in reverse. So you can see things for the way they are. You can see people for what they are. You're very wise. You have a good perspective on, you know, what's going on. And with the Knight of Wands being reversed, this is somebody who is kind of not serious. They're a little bit in and out of your life. They come and they go. So I feel like you're wise to this now. You recognize this pattern in this person. So that's why I feel like there's maybe a separation, or you're not really pursuing something, but they're watching you. It says someone is watching you, wanting you, lusting after you in unexplainable ways. You can feel it and you don't mind it. They'll soon reveal themselves. So you know somebody's looking at you, somebody's wanting you. You see this, you have a higher perspective about it. You're very aware of it, but you're not pursuing it because it seems a little bit silly or a little bit reckless. It's just not your thing. You're more focused on yourself. Like I said, you guys have a new beginning here. It says new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So you're focused on your dreams, you're focused on where you're headed, your adventures, and you're holding on to someone else. So you're not really pursuing other people that are coming toward you, because You don't see it going anywhere. And then we have this card here which says, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities in your life. So if you have negative thoughts, if you think negatively about something, if you're sad, if you're depressed, whoops, things like that, this is kind of saying like, just imagine it all dissolving into white light. Because there's a new beginning, there's new opportunities, new possibilities. You can live your dreams, dream big and focus on yourself. Listen to your intuition. Let your intuition guide you. That's really what I'm getting for you guys. And then you have this card here, which says rest. You can see this little birdie chilling in his nest. So it says, I take a step away from my stress and then a deep breath and the crankiness killing nap. When I get the rest I need, I instantly become a better version of myself, able to navigate complex relationships in a single bound. When I don't, I'm not, which means I shouldn't, but I try to, and then we can't, and it doesn't. But I did, so it wasn't. Ugh, good night. So you have a lot of stress, I feel, pile number 3. I feel like you're under a lot of stress. You have lots of negative thoughts or anxiety about things. You're worried about things. You're off on a new beginning and you're a little bit scared. You're not sure if you can trust your intuition. But I feel like you're very intuitive. You're very in touch with the divine energy, with, spirit. And you're going to let your intuition guide you. You know what's right for you. You might entertain some people that maybe aren't going to be a long-term thing, but essentially I feel like you're holding on to somebody that you can't have, and that's really what you want. And in the meantime, I feel like you're just focusing on yourself. So yeah, those are the messages I'm seeing for you guys. If you chose pile number 3, hopefully they resonated, and I'll see you guys in another video. Take care.